Hey. It is 8:30. My internet was a little bit lagging. I've been trying to connect for a second. I was starting to get a little paranoid, y'all. I am going to be talking about our boosters tonight. If you are following along in your book, as I need my glasses to even tell you the page number, it's on page 18. I'm going to go over the 4 boosters tonight in our clinical solution set. Y'all know how I like to cover stuff, so I like to tell you stuff that's not necessarily in the book. So I've got a few notes, so maybe I'll go by my notes, maybe I won't. Y'all know how I am. I am streaming into several groups, so since we're using StreamYard, when you comment, I will not be able to see your name. All I can see is it'll say Facebook user. So put your name in the comments for me whenever you're talking to me, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. This is streaming to YouTube, so you guys can go back and watch this later, and it's going to stay right here in your groups as well. Hey, girl. Hey, thank you for joining me. So the first thing I want to tell you about, when Clinical Solutions came out, if you don't know this, let me be sure and let you know, we have a team of dermatologists as well as a team of scientists that work for Mary Kay. We are the #1 best-selling brand of skincare and color cosmetics in the world. Praise God, right? So I'm excited that you're here. Hey, Miss Diane. What I'm going to go over that is all 4 of them. And I'm going to start with the green one. Again, I'm on page 18 if you've got your book. And I'm going to go over these boosters. Boosters are not made to replace your skincare. Do you understand that? Boosters are made to boost your skincare. When they first came out, I thought this was a grand way to explain it. If my motorcycle was spitting and sputtering and all that kind of stuff, Randy would have put a booster in my gas tank. Does that make sense? So if you can think about it that way, this is going to boost everything that you're already doing and target these things that we're going to talk about. So I've got all 4 of them sitting here. We're going to talk about them one at a time. The first one that I'm going to talk about is, and most of my customers, when they reorder based on color. So if you hear me say the color as well as their name, you can see, if I can get turned around, like this is the green one. We're going to talk about the green one first. So the green one is the PHA plus AHA resurfacer. And in one sense, that's almost like, oh, it resurfaces. That's the answer. That is the truth. However, I'm going to tell you a little more detail. I ain't going to tell you all the detail because look at all them words. You don't want to hear all them words. Well, you might. And if you do, ask me for them. I'll send them to you. But if you can see, this is a brand new one. I didn't bring mine down here. But if you can see the jelliness, is that a word? Y'all, is jelliness a word? Can you see how thick that is? To describe this as jelliness, this is something you're going to use on clean skin, and you're only going to use it at night. So the resurfacer is going to take the place of your exfoliant on the nights that you're using this. And you want to do this 2 or 3 times a week. This is for somebody that is not using retinol. I have had people that were, what am I trying to say, sensitive to the microdermabrasion, but they have been able to use this with no problem. So if you've got like blackheads, if you've got sunspots, if you've got uneven skin tone, if you've got, what is the word I'm trying to say? There's a word for it. If you're uneven, if you have, you need texturizing, this is what you're going to want to use. So 2 or 3 times a week. You never want to use this during the day. This and retinol, you don't need to use at the same time. So if you're using our Clinical Solutions retinol 0.5, which is the strongest retinol that you can get over the counter, and you have retinized your skin, you don't want to use this with it. If you are one of those people, let me say it this way. I've got a couple of girls in my life that they do not want to do the 8-week retinization period to get those benefits. So they're using the booster instead of the straight retinol. Yeah, I use them both, just saying. But don't use them together. You can't use them together. To give you words that I said that I wasn't going to do. So the PHA and the AHA are both hydroxy acid. And the PHA is a smaller, they're both molecules. And so the PHA is a smaller molecule, and it can get deeper into the skin and move those skin cells up quicker. AHA is a bigger molecule, and it's on top of the skin and exfoliates that first layer. Does that make sense? So this is not something you're going to put on, take it off. You're going to put it on and let it dry down. And when I say dry down, 20 seconds before you move to your next supplement or moisturizer, according to what you're using. This is going to go on clean skin. And then if you're somebody that goes straight to moisturizer or straight to your night Defender. The word left me, y'all. This is going to go straight on clean skin. All right. Your next one that I'm going to talk to you about is the orange. And they're 38. They're all 438. If I don't say that to you, let me say it right now. They're all 38. So your orange one, let me get around that white. Can you see that orange? This is the ferulic niacinamide brightener. I'm sure I said that wrong. Somebody will correct me. I feel sure. Can you see it's kind of a jelly as well? So if you are somebody that's looking for to take care of age spots, skin spots, sun spots, what about a pregnancy mask? I have a young lady in my life that during pregnancy, it changed her skin so much that she felt like she had a mask on. So that would be something that you would want to use this on. So you can use this morning or night, again, on clean skin. So this is going to lighten that skin texture. I will tell you, it's got a vitamin B extract in it. It's a super antioxidant. It acts like a shield and protects the skin. This is not a sunscreen. Don't misunderstand what I just said. You still need to be using sunscreen, okay? But there is a shield there. It's going to protect your skin from the gunk and stuff, but it will not protect your skin from sun damage. So make sure that you're putting sunscreen on. But this will lighten any hyperpigmentation and spots and things like that. It also has navy bean extract. Look, I tried to make some notes before I went live because I knew I'd jump around. So it does have navy bean extract in it, and that's a proprietary ingredient from Mary Kay because we're the ones that came across it. What's the right word? But it's going to brighten your skin. And y'all, if you have not done the Skin Analyzer app, go to your Google App Store, wherever you buy apps, and it's a free app, but wherever you download apps from, and download the Mary Kay Skin Analyzer app. It's going to take a 4D image of your face. It's going to tell you stuff you probably wish you didn't know, but it is amazing you do it. I think if you go to the dermatologist's office, it's like $255, and this is a free. Do it. But it'll tell you what you need for your skin, and then we can customize one-on-one. Again, that is 38 as well. The next one I'm going to talk about is the purple one, and it's the C plus resveratrol line reducer. Again, with the name, you kind of get it. It is a line reducer. This one has a little color to it whenever you're putting it on, and it's much thinner. Oh, and I don't think I said this a minute ago. When you're putting these on, 6 to 8 drops is what they recommend, to drop them in your hand. And if you've seen my little videos, y'all seen me do it. And I just put them on like that and press them into my skin. I don't necessarily rub it around. You want to always exclude your socket area and your lips and put it everywhere else, y'all. And I mean, I put it everywhere else. Okay. So your purple one is the C plus line reducer, or C plus resveratrol line reducer. This supports collagen and elastin. You know, what's the first thing to go as we get older? No, don't even answer it. Don't answer it. Hey, Jill and Tracy. Whenever you're using this one, it acts like, do you know Mr. Clean and the Magic Eraser? Here you go, sis, Mr. Clean. So it's got 2 building blocks for skin, which is the structure and the vitality. How do you say that? Vitality. I thought I had it before I did this video, and now I just messed it up. It is going to take away the wrinkles. Let's just say that. Magic eraser. That big word right there I'm looking at, can't pronounce it. So those 2 things, you can use that morning and night as well. And the last booster that I'm going to talk about is your HA plus ceramide, and this is packed for hydration. And this one is a thicker jelly-like as well. And if when you're targeting, let me stop just a second. Any of these 3, if you want to target something to resurfacer, then that is your green one. If you want to address dark skin, sunspots, things like that, that is your brightener. And if your concern is line reducer, the purple one, the first thing I want to ask you to do is choose which one of those things that you want to target. Because you'll want to target everything at one time. Because if you target everything at one time, you're like, I don't know what I'm using. I don't know when I'm using it. You really need to add this to your regimen straight to clean face. And you want to let them all 3 individually, whichever one you choose. I'm not saying use all 3 of them. But whichever one you're using, you're going to want to let it dry down for about 20, 30 to 25 seconds before you move to your next step, because you want it to completely soak in. Hey, girl, hey. So choose, do you want a resurfacer? Do you want a brightener, or do you want a line reducer? And when you choose which of those that you're wanting to target, your second booster that you can use with any of those three will be your HA plus ceramide, because this is packed for hydration completely. So 2 boosters at a time is all you need to be using. You don't need to be showing up saying, I want one of all of them. Even if you want it, you need to choose one thing to target, and let's move forward from there. Okay. So I should have said that at the beginning, and I apologize. So the last booster that I'm going to talk about, that blue one, is a HA plus ceramide. It's like a magnet. It's going to draw water to it. This has got 2 molecules in it as well. There's a bigger one and a smaller one. One sits on top of the skin and pulls moisture out of the air. How crazy does that sound? Y'all didn't know I was a scientist, did you? And one goes deep into the skin and holds on to that plumpness. Does that make sense? It creates like a barrier of hydration. I had a note wrote down. I was going to tell y'all something. You can use this one twice a day. I do. I use it twice a day, every single day. I love it. I love it. I love it. It has skin mimicking ceramides, which help improve skin hydration and support a normal barrier function. And let me tell you one thing. When it first came out, I made the mistake of thinking, I'm a combination to oily. I don't need that. Oh my gosh, y'all. This has balanced my skin so much. You'll pry it from my dead cold hands too. So I'm 11 minutes in. Let me recap real quickly. Everything tonight until midnight. If y'all PM me, text me, call me, get in touch with your consultant, however you want to do it. Because like I said, we're streaming into, I think we're in 8 groups tonight. Whoop, whoop. It's 10% off till midnight. So choose, do you want a resurfacer? Do you want a brightener? Or do you want to reduce lines? Choose one to start with. And then everybody needs the HA plus ceramide, because we all want plump skin, don't we? Come on. If you're seasoned, even a little bit seasoned, you know you want plump skin. So all 4 are 38, but it is my best skincare consulting advice. Please don't use them all at one time. You want to target one thing and do that Skin Analyzer app. Oh, and for everybody that downloads that Skin Analyzer app tonight, and you share your results with your consultant tonight before midnight, let's do a drawing for one of them. What do you say? We'll do a drawing for one of the HAs, because everybody needs to be using an HA. Then you can choose which other one you want to work on. Okay. I will see y'all Wednesday night at 8:30. We're going to do something again. Midnight tonight. Everything is over. So 10% off between now and then. And if you'll download that Skin Analyzer app, oh, and make sure you take a screenshot of that Skin Analyzer app, because that picture will go away so that you can do your before and after, once you start using your products. All righty. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I look forward to hanging with you